Hey, welcome to the review version of WrestleMania 36 Night 1. Uh, Nick and Donald, regular conversation. Uh, so what did you think?
Overall, I like they did what they had to do, the best with what they had. Gave us some surprises, some things we didn't think we would see. So overall, I was pleased with the show. I was. I liked some of them. I thought it would be how I thought it would be, and it ended up the right people win. Some shocked, like the Kabuki Warriors lose the titles. That shocked. Um, the Boneyard match, never thought it would have been like that. So, yeah. It was overall a good show, though.
Overall, a good show. What would you rate it on a 5-star scale?
And on a 5 star scale, as far as WrestleMania, but working with what they had, I'm giving this, a 3.75.
Yeah, I think it probably deserves a 4 for me, cause outside of the Elias Corbin match, which actually did okay. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think it was really a too bad of a match. Now it was a bad outcome with Becky Lynch and Shayna, but I mean, let's get into it. Um, first match coming out was the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Now I said earlier in the predictions that that's who I was going with to win, to make Alexa Bliss like this 2-time tag team champion, first ever. She's also the first woman to win the Ross championship and the SmackDown championship. So, and that makes her a 7-time champion in total. So, um, that puts her number 2 behind Charlotte, as in far as how big they promote Alexa. So Alexa Bliss is so pushed to the forefront, it makes no sense. Don't get me wrong, she can wrestle a little bit, but they always pushing her. So that's why I thought they would win this match. And with that being said, um, the match did pretty well for no crowds. The Kabuki Warriors came out with new music, and you know what I'm saying, they looked like they was ready to get it in, and they did. So I really don't have too much else to say, but that I'll give it a 3.75, or no, a solid 3, pretty much. Yeah, it was a solid 3.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's where I would go. A solid 3. I can see that they building us too for a few to get at least try to get something kickstarted again with what they attempted to do at first with the women's tag division.
Right.
I think their problem at that point, you can't give all the belts to the same people and think they can do everything.
Right.
That was the problem they had. Because you wanted to give Sasha and Bailey that and have one of them in the title picture.
Right.
But what if there comes down the line a pay per view where they got to defend the tag titles and then one of them wrestlers defending the title that same night at the same pay per view? They don't want that because what if they get injured?
Right.
But y'all kind of separated that.
So Um, in that in that vein, I think WWE had to promise Sasha at some point she's gonna get to fight Bailey for the title and make a moment of it. And that was the only way Sasha was coming back because she fought so hard to get them tag team titles up to the forefront for them only to take it away from her
Right.
less than a month later, like they've always done in every title reign she's had. They took it
And
right
then
from
they
her.
did this one, so a nobody tag team for real.
Right.
So it's like, why?
Yeah, the Iconics.
So,
So yeah. So with that, moving on, we get Elias versus Baron Corbin. Now, in pre-production, you see Baron Corbin and Elias, and you're like, what kind of match can they really have? Ain't nobody they Baron Corbin got a nice little move set or whatever, but Elias don't really do anything that's of you know essence or whatever. And so coming in, you like, what is he gonna do to even look like he can fight? And then he showed up a little bit. He slammed the guitar over his head before the match even started, and he was laying in some punches. You know what I'm saying? He got a little couple moves off, whatever. But um, Baron Corbin, looked like he was gonna win, but I think they played too much into Baron Corbin cheating to win as the heel, and then for him to lose the match,
getting his tights
getting
rolled up.
his tights pulled, kind of made it like, well, the only way you can beat a cheater is cheat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
But
um,
I
so
think it's like also a thing his gimmick, he loses by being rolled up.
right. So I say I get it a 2.5.
Yeah, that's about right, 2.5. And it gets boosted up from maybe a 1.75 to a 2.5
Yeah,
because of Elias's tenacity at first,
yeah.
and then in the way he came out.
Right.
So like
Right.
I said, and to be honest with you, I was not interested in this match at all.
Not
But
really, but they made me a little
right,
interested.
made me a little interested, and it killed time.
Yeah.
So
So
job well done.
right. So next we have, was it Shayna? Yeah. No, it was Sami Zayn versus uh Daniel Bryan. And at the beginning of the match, Gronk and Mojo doing the yes chants to be the crowd, so to speak. But
That was cool. It was a good look. I like that.
but the way the match went, you kind of seen it, you know, playing out the way it did as the match went on, because the only way you was gonna get to Sami Zayn was to take the other two out for a minute. But I don't recall Sammy really doing any moves in this match.
Just put his foot up.
Yeah, he got his foot up on a
That was it. That's all he did.
in a clothesline. He didn't even do a blue thunder bomb
Uh-uh.
or anything like that.
No.
So, um, the old Sami Zayn used to flip off the ropes and all that stuff, fake like he finna do a top rope jump, but he don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
That's the old Sami
yeah,
Zayn.
for a WrestleMania match, for the Intercontinental title with them two wrestlers,
You should
this
have
was
let
underwhelming. It should
Yeah,
have
you
been
should have
better.
let Sammy go.
Right.
You should have let Sammy do his thing, but you didn't. Now, the way that it ended up, and him ended up winning the match, which is cool, but at the same time, I feel like you could have just let him fight and have him win the match the same exact way.
Right.
But for that match, I'll also give it a 2.5.
Yeah.
Because unlike the Elias versus Baron Corbin match, where it went at the beginning under 2 to a 2.5, this match was built as a 3 plus and went down to a 2.5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I could say that, you know, it was very underwhelming to say the least.
Exactly. Because you just knew going into it was going to be a good match on paper.
Right.
But
It didn't live up to that.
right.
Now, earlier while we was watching, you said bring up the shock of the night. This is the shock of the night for me, and that's Becky Lynch retaining the Raw Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. In so many ways, this is shocking because A, you just had Shayna beat everybody else in the Raw Women's division like it was nothing.
Right.
You literally just had this. And you know Becky was critically acclaimed at beating everybody after she beat Asuka. There's nobody else left. So Shayna got a win on her, even though she didn't pin her at Survivor Series. But now you give Becky the win back here, 50-50 booking, WWE style. You know, it it's very underwhelming that Shayna didn't win this match. Becky needs the belt off of her because you could have had Shayna just dominate and then Becky try to fight. Like, hold on, I need to figure out a way to get you
Right.
longer because I didn't expect you to be like this. You know, you could have did that, but nah, Becky's this big thing.
Be like, I went by the team for a joke. Let me get serious now.
Yeah,
And, beat some other people. Work our way back up chasing. We
right,
get right, like you said, she getting a little bit too big now.
right. She's and the only thing I can figure is if Ronda Rousey shows up on Monday Night Raw to challenge her. You know, they didn't take Monday Night Raw already. So that's the only thing I can figure. Ain't no spoilers out there, and that's a good thing. Nobody needs to get no spoilers. But that would be the only thing that I've heard is Ronda Rousey is in contract negotiations right now to come back to the WWE. That's all I've heard. So it's a possibility she could have signed already and been on Monday Night Raw, and they filming that
Right.
angle. But so, what do you think about the match? I get a match again. I would say a 2.5. They hit hard throughout the match,
Oh
and they
yeah,
did their
they
thing.
started off. They were real stiff. We commented on that. Several we saw it. They chopping and hitting. And, yeah.
Yeah. So, but again, it's another 2.5 for me.
It was the end was sudden and shocking because it was like
Yeah, it didn't really get built to.
it did. It seemed like okay, this is gonna be an annihilation like every other China match. And okay, I've accepted it because I'm telling you the truth, like I have been. I've been, begrudgingly accept that Shayna wins because she been winning, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't argue that.
You can't argue it.
So no matter how she do it, y'all ain't stopped it. I thought Asuka was the closest one.
Right.
So, and for real, I don't think Becky really can mess with Asuka. So,
But she beat Oscar. That's the
right. So
thing.
now she done beat Asuka. She done. So what's next for Becky?
Like I said, I just said, Ronda Rousey got to come up or
Either
something.
what? Bianca Belair?
No. I mean, I feel you, but
I'm
no.
saying gotta be next for. I'm just saying whatever. Ronda Rousey not definitely yet at this point in time. I'm saying I don't know.
I feel you, but I don't know what they're going to do. And Bianca Belair is a good call because, I mean, for the simple fact, we um we haven't seen her on NXT lately. That's one. And two, her husband works on Raw. They are legit married. And with this whole keeping your married couples together, everybody on Raw that's married is on Raw together. Alistair Black and Zelina Vega. You got Charlotte and Andrade. You got Seth and Becky. Why not have Montez and Bianca? You know what I'm saying? You even got Sarah Logan and what's his name? Hanson.
And you got Lana Rusev.
Right. So everybody on Raw that's married to somebody is still on all on Raw together. Same thing with SmackDown with the Usos and Naomi, Corey Graves and Carmella. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody. So to me, you gotta have
You know what? I'm kind of upset that.
what?
Then we gotta wait till tomorrow to get that oldest Dolph Ziggler
Right.
match.
This is gonna be the first thing out.
They want to see how crazy that's gonna be.
So anyway,
Uh,
moving on.
uh,
What did you give it?
2.5.
Okay. The ladder match, the three-way ladder match. Now, beforehand, you was down on it because it's three dudes fighting for a tag team championship as single competitors.
This is my honorable mention for Shock of the Night.
Honorable mention. What was that? Okay, what's the honorable
Just
mention?
follow me. Honorable mention means
I know.
it could have been Shock of the Night, but it's not.
And we're just mentioning it.
Right.
Okay.
But I was correct when I said Morrison was gonna have the move of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because who would expect him to just scale the tightrope the cable like that?
All the way across into a Spanish fly.
Right. So, and I I called. I said they were gonna retain, but it was gonna be some
Wonky.
circumstances behind it. So, but I get now that much by it being a shock because, like I said, I didn't think it was gonna go like it did. I actually am high on this match. I get this match to 3.
I was actually higher on this match.
Hmm.
No pun intended.
Okay.
Uh, I give it a 3.5
Hmm.
because they actually did some stuff. Don't forget, Kofi also did a move that was never seen before when he springboarded into the ladder into a her and Karana off the ladder. That's never been done before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, there's that. Then, I don't know, Jey Uso falling from the top of the ladder all the way to the floor,
Hey
and then
man.
getting back up.
Right. Right at all.
So, I'll say that. Um, So Miz and Morrison. What do you think about the finish?
The finish, like I say, it was creative.
Okay.
So it's creative enough that I won't dispute. Oh, they just found the way to keep them with the belts. No, they act. That's something that looks believable. If both of y'all ahead, but I'm falling back with whatever I had in my hand, I'm pulling.
Right.
So, and
Cause
to prove it to you, I took a ladder to my back. This was not planned.
right. And then the fact that all three of them had a hand on it. Now I thought they could have went a different way if they knocked him off and they still holding it, and then they fighting, and then to where they both let go at the same time, and Morrison grabs it from them. But I like the way they did it.
Good. While Morrison was falling, I was all kinds of stuff was going through my head. I was like, is Kobe gonna pull one down? Morrison gonna pull the other down? They gonna have to be tag champions, or
Right, it could have been
so
anything.
right. So that match was that was this honorable mention shock of the night for me.
Okay. Then we get the WrestleMania moment of the night of Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, part 1 and 2.
Hey,
Kevin, hey, technically, Kevin Owens is no, he's not. He's not. Never mind. But technically,
can we get a KO Mania full shirt some love he had on?
yeah,
And it was like a custom made retro shirt because while the match was going on, I was seeing he had a picture of him on one side, a picture of himself, talking about they finna fight. Then it said over 4 hours of watching, which is like the time
mm-hmm,
of WrestleMania. So he was talking about. So that's cool. That match, I was digging it. Even from Seth Rollins coming out on the white road.
you're right. Yeah, that in itself was just enough to be like, wow. So, I get that match a 3.5 as well,
Right. Okay.
because in the totality of the match, because remember, it's actually two matches in one. Because what I was finna say, Kevin Owens is the first guy that go 2-0 at WrestleMania, but that's not true because Daniel Bryan did it at
Okay.
WrestleMania 30 when he beat Triple H, then beat Batista and Randy Orton, and then also Chris Jericho beat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night at WrestleMania, I believe. But even still, he won both matches in
Right.
this. And so when they moved it to a no disqualification, I think that made the match what it was and helped it out and made it a 3.5. Moving
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Moving on. Oh, you didn't get your rating. What did you think?
No, I agree with you. I give it a. I'll give it what you give it 3.5. I agree with that 3.5 because it was just enough, even from the entrance of Seth Rollins and his robe looked like Jesus coming out the music and everything. Just that right there, because that was like the first big entrance thing of the night for real.
Yeah, true.
So I
So,
give him that.
so then that brings us to what we at first thought could have been the last match, which technically it was the last match at the PC, but um, Goldberg versus Braun Strowman, and before before you was like you could see Goldberg winning, and the reason I thought Braun should win was because he's young and he can be out there because of this real life pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Um, but Braun has no reason to win this match except that he was in it, and we want to get it off the Goldberg. That's purely you could have put Gilbert in this match. Nah, he's too old too. So you could have put
Matt Riddle in this match.
You could have put anybody in this match, and they was gonna win because they wanted it off of Goldberg. But you also didn't want to put it on nobody that don't deserve to beat Goldberg. Although Braun Strowman don't deserve to beat Goldberg.
I would have, and
What would you?
I would have rather had Jinder Mahal come back and beat Goldberg tonight.
Okay, I can see that.
I would have rather had that happen. This, for real, this is my shock of the night. Because it's like, the reason why it's my shock is like, it's Braun Strowman. Like I was telling you earlier while we were watching it. You just lost the Intercontinental title you had. You don't deserve a world title shot.
Not at all.
So.
And you don't deserve to fight Goldberg, period.
Right. Yeah, I don't care.
Championship or not.
You know, right. I mean, man, I don't care if it's Goldberg. He's a champ. You don't need to fight him. You just lost your belt. You lose your belt. You get fired and promoted.
Right.
Huh? Where
Right.
they work at?
And you didn't even go after your belt after you lost it.
Right. You say, oh well, on the bigger things.
Right. Now you didn't even say that. You was just not doing anything.
Right.
We haven't seen you since you lost.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jinder coming back would have more relevance than this.
Anybody coming back could have had more relevance than this. But I get it just a straight 2.
Yeah.
And at this moment, WrestleMania is looking like a straight 3 for me, which is not bad. But we get to the main event of the night, which seems to always happen when you have an Undertaker match. Is the main event of something, and it didn't disappoint. This Boneyard match, which is basically a buried alive match, but you can't say buried alive because it just sounds bad in these times. But for real, I'll say this: they delivered. They surprised me a couple of times, and they shocked me a few times as well. I wouldn't say it's the shock of the night because they had free reign to do whatever they wanted to do, but it was shocking that the Undertaker was buried. Then he pops up behind him on a tractor trailer like a whole new dude. And not only that, the Undertaker talked a lot of shit this whole time. And he won.
Well, yeah, and I got a lot of different views on that. If you finish with your point.
I'm finished for now.
Well, for one, yeah, he look at a lot of views, but this was kind of a match that was for him to win. And it's kind of like AJ, I don't know, was like offering himself up to the Undertaker. Like, I want you at your best. Come on. And man, they say he said in interviews he felt re-energized at his prime when he was an American Badass character. So that maybe that's the Undertaker at his best. He was getting, you know what I'm saying? So
would you make this his last match?
I mean, I don't see nobody else he can fight. Only person, honestly, only person right now I would even care to see him fight would be a rematch against Brock.
Hmm.
That's it. and it would have to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
unless it's gonna be next year against Brock, don't fight again. In my opinion.
Well, I think I already told you. I shared that with you about Sting possibly being a person that resurrects AJ. So, uh, takes AJ hand and calls out the Undertaker and be like, "I handle this guy for you." You know, he can even do the same match next year, just him and Sting.
I mean, they
It could be a
could.
new. It could be a new way of prolonging the Undertaker's career, and he being only these type matches. That don't happen in the ring, happen somewhere outside, and put in
That's
cinematic.
what I'm saying. So, I mean, yeah, for both of them, for real.
Yeah, it saves Sting too. But that that gave me that match alone was like a 4.5, maybe a 5, because of all the pomp and circumstance of it. I'll say it's a 5.
Okay,
5 out
I
of 5 for
mean,
me.
to be honest with you, that wasn't to me. That wasn't a match. That was
No,
more of a cinematic ordeal.
it was a
So,
scene in a movie.
as
The
far as that,
season of finale
it
of a
was a
movie.
good read. It was very good. Now, a little bit of there really wasn't no wrestling in it, and it's not what it's supposed to be. So,
Yeah.
and since there really couldn't be no live in arena aspect, it was good. So I give it a 4 as far as the total package a 4. I mean,
Hmm.
it accomplished what it's supposed to accomplish in that point. So really, honestly, as far as that, the only other thing that compete with that would be whatever the Firefly Funhouse is tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the Firefly Funhouse has an opportunity now to be one of the best things coming out of WrestleMania,
Right.
because you seen what happened with the Undertaker match. Now you can build off of that and do some more stuff.
Right.
So
So
that was WrestleMania. I think again is about a 3.75. Um, Moving on to night two, ain't no telling what we gonna expect with all the matches. We already gave our predictions of every match that we knew of going into WrestleMania, so we'll we already know what we picked for tomorrow, but it'll be fun to watch. So, um, that's it for this regular conversation about WrestleMania 36. You got anything else to say?
I just want to say, just looking forward to night two to see what they gonna offer us in night two. Glad that WrestleMania is a 2 night event this year because we actually getting time to see more matches and think about more. So I'm liking that. I'm liking what we've seen so far. Like I said, due to the circumstances, we knew it was gonna be different anyway, and they really made it to a point where it wasn't really that. It wasn't bad. It was tolerable. So bravo WWE.
Yeah.
But we'll see you all tomorrow with our review of night two and our predictions wrap up. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notify button, and we gone.
That's a wrap.